So I'm Mike Mathia, am I ready to go? I'm Mike Mathia from KNOXX, as an opportunity KNOXX. I want to welcome all of you out here today, glad to see you. So first I want each of us to travel down the innovation and evolution path of a particular industry. Pick any industry you want, watch them over a period of time, and you will see this amazing amount of innovation and evolution as new technologies become available and new consumer demands present themselves. The example I'm choosing is one we can all relate to. It's the music industry. If you take a 100-year path of innovation in an industry, you're going to see, we started with this, a little spinning disc, and you drop a needle down, and we can hear any song that we want to hear. Pretty cool stuff in 1916. Now today, we have a smartphone. One push of a button, we can hear any song instantaneously wherever we are at. So we can certainly say that industry has evolved. In the space I'm competing in, which is the recruiting space, there's the industry path. It looks pretty bland. We still use a resume as the central piece of every qualification category initially when we're looking at prospective candidates, which is a flawed system, and we're going to prove that point as we go through the presentation. There are two things that happen in your businesses every day. One that you know about, one that you do not know about. The first one that you know about is the awkward moment. This has probably happened to many of you. You see a resume that looks sharp. It energizes you. Why? Because you expect to see this person here. That gets you excited. You create that engagement. This person arrives for the day of the interview. You walk out to greet them, and this is who meets you. It's pretty scary stuff. Happened to me multiple times over 20 years. And you're asking yourself this question: what in the world just happened? We are wasting so much logistical time chasing down false leads because we base that initial decision off of the resume itself. The other one that happens, and businesses do not realize when this occurs many times, we call it the missed opportunity. You see a nondescript resume, looks a little ordinary and average, maybe there's not a great deal of experience, so you choose not to engage. But if you had engaged, this is the person you would have found, which is the one we were hoping to see with the other resume. So you can begin to see that resumes themselves, they muddy the water, they cloud the issue, they don't move our search forward. Resume-centric sites is what dominates the market today. And that's a problem because resumes will tell you this information here is relevant, but if you're going to make a hiring decision, you're going to want to know these items here, the intangible traits of that candidate, before you ever commit to bringing that person in. KNOXX is exactly what it should be. We are candidate-centric. That's where we're putting the focus. So that candidates, and we're driving that with video technology, so that candidates get the minute or two of your ear to make their pitch on how they can impact your company. And we are also going to measure intangible traits that we can pull data from, that measure confidence and energy and some of these key factors in the candidate's presentation, so that not only do you get this information, but you also get this information, the intangible traits, and you get it immediately, right at the outset, which is key. KNOXX candidate profiles, this is what they look like. Video is front and center. It's at the peak. We put that first so you can hear the candidate before anything else. And now the resume is still there. I'm not excluding that. It is relevant, but we make it a secondary item, not a primary item. There's an About Me section where candidates can share more about themselves with you to see how they might fit in with your existing teams. And there's My Link section, which will basically allow candidates to upload supporting documentation to validate their credentials, a college degree, a reference letter, an academic transcript, whatever's needed. Now, KNOXX right now, this is not a concept. This is a live website. We've had over 2,000 candidates come in and build profiles to date, and we've had over 100 employers do the same. So there is activity going on this site as we speak. There was a survey done recently that really energized us about our mission and what we're trying to do. It's centered around candidate videos. They ask employers two questions. One is, if a candidate sends you a video, would you take time to watch that video? 89% said yes, 9 out of 10, which is a solid number for us. The follow-up question was even more revealing. How many of you have actually seen a candidate video? 17% said yes in today's age of technology, which creates a 72% market gap where there is not a platform of delivery to address that market gap. And that's where KNOXX's market opportunity lies. So how are we going to scale this? Obviously, we're in Wichita. This is where we're starting. The first goal in our growth strategy to provide a catalyst to our growth is to partner with basically a career fair organizer that has national events throughout the country. License our technology there. Why is that relationship important? Let's say the first event we do together happens to be in Dallas, Texas. That career fair organizer is going to spend a lot of advertising dollars bringing candidates and employers into that engagement so that the event is successful. So a market like Dallas that had no idea we existed before is not only aware we exist, but they're engaging our technology. That's the core part of that event. And you follow this relationship over the course of the next 6 to 12 months, and you see a lot of dots. And what would have taken countless dollars, perhaps even 7-figure advertising spends, to achieve this level of market visibility, we can achieve it for a fraction of that by partnering with a career fair company. And then the phase 2 is, once we have these base groups of employers and candidates in every metro market, then we bring in our advertising teams and our sales teams. 2 different entities, Rick Ralston. I saw Rick's in the building today. 2 different entities to basically build from those core candidate pools and employer pools that we've built through the career fair process. Then we go into the academic environment, and we create a similar type of setting there, where universities can have career fairs that are held through the KNOXX technology, and also use KNOXX as a means of showcasing the academic talent they are producing from their programs to the business community. Staffing agencies, they make every single dollar off the candidate pool that they can aggregate. But right now they present it to you with the resume and try to persuade you with the best pitch on why you should give that candidate time. Well, with KNOXX, we jump right over that resume directly to the candidate. And then also employer applicant flow. Companies do invest a lot of money in processing applicant flow effectively. And so what KNOXX wants to do, we want to plug into that. Not necessarily to replace it. If they want to replace it, I'm all for that. But at least to complement it and strengthen it and make it better to improve the efficiencies of that process exponentially. So what's the total addressable market? Who are we talking about here? Well, first of all, on the candidate side, there are over 30 million job seekers in a typical year who will do some type of activity towards their career pursuit. Of that group, in the labor force right now, there's typically about 7 million people anytime who are unemployed and looking. But there's also 24 million on average per year candidates who consider a job switch, or they quit, who go out into market. This is where the passive job seekers lie. And frankly, that's where the higher caliber candidates are that we want to access and tap into. Also, too, we talk about high school graduation, college graduation. They enter the workforce typically at a rate of about 1.5 million per year. And of course, all the different verticals. This is exciting about what we're proposing is there's so many places we can plug this into. We are not just a job board. That is so key. And here's the most important thing at all as I wrap. We have a constant stream of supply, which are the candidates. And we have a constant stream of demand, which are these verticals, that allows us to basically push and break the status quo of the career networking world today. Thank you very much, everyone.